Hi, everybody. My name is Hayley Festeriga. I'm here today with Lucas Redwood.
Hi, Hayley. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Yeah.
I have a couple of questions for you. Just to start out, what instrument do you play?
So I've been playing drums and percussion since I was about 5 years old, and it's something I'm deeply passionate about. And I'm taking a year off this year, but I've been last year studying music at Humber College.
So, what was the thing that sort of got you into music and percussion when you were so young? What sort of caught your attention and made you decide that you wanted to take up music?
Yeah, that's a great question. So it was mainly because of my family, my dad in particular. He would always play music around the house, so that's something from a very young age I was very intrigued and inspired from just listening to music all the time. And believe it or not, what got me into drums was my dad showed me a video of one of my favorite drummers of all time. His name's Neil Peart. He just passed away this year, which was very sad news, but his legacy was so inspiring that, so my dad, he played a video of Neil playing the drums, and that inspired me to want to, at such a young age, I saw it on the screen, and I was like, I want to do that, It was so cool to watch. And then I was very fortunate because my dad took me to see the very last Rush concert ever, because Neil is the drummer for a great Canadian band, Rush, and I saw their last big concert in Toronto of them playing together, and that was a great experience. So, and just over the years of being surrounded with music in elementary school and music in high school, music just became a huge part of my life and something I knew I was passionate about and wanted to continue to pursue. So that's why I decided to go into music at Humber and continue to work with a bunch of new people and new artists.
Amazing. So, you're talking about the drummer from Rush. Do you have any other major influences?
Yeah, so I'd say some of my other main influences are, my favorite genre of music is rock, but I've been exploring, and I love doing a bunch of different other playing a bunch of different other styles of music, such as pop, jazz, country, R&B, a bunch of different styles like that. And some of my favorite bands, rock bands, are Kings of Leon, Big Wreck. There's some great Canadian rock bands right now, and also, but yeah, it's just been a lot of fun lately, just diving into a bunch of different new styles of music and sort of trying to expand my musical areas.
Yeah, and it's really important to always try out different styles. It really helps you grow when you're like and get out of your comfort zone trying different styles than from what you usually do.
Exactly. Yeah. I feel like it's very important. Yeah, that, like you said, it's very important to do that.
You also talked about how you were surrounded by music from when you were young, and then in school a lot there was music all around you. So probably really music education is really important. And can you just share a little bit about why music education is specifically important to you?
Well, I think it's important. Music education is important because there's so many musical studies out there that show that music just is a very valuable experience, and something that it helps. There's studies between music related to math, and science, and just everything, that it is so beneficial. There's so many life skills that you learn from music that can translate to anything else in the and that you choose any other career option. Such as, one of the greatest things I've learned about music through music is the sense of hard work and dedication. So when, for example, when I'm learning drums over the years, it's been a lot of focus and hard work and dedication, and that's something that can be applied to anywhere. And that's why I feel like it's very important. And it's been great working for Bandology, because with Bandology, it's all about trying to spread that message about music education and how it's important. And that's something I love to do, is work with other new musicians and try and help them grow as musicians and teach them that music is such a valuable thing. And if they decide to want to eventually have a career in it, it's always nice to be there and support them in their journey to becoming a better musician. So that's basically why music education is important to me.
Do you have any advice for young musicians who are looking to pursue a career in music?
Yeah, I'd say the most important thing, and this is something that is a hard skill to learn, but it is a good thing, is just be patient and know that, because when it is tough, like when you're starting out, there were moments, there's moments where you just say, you know what, this is kind of hard, this is kind of difficult, maybe this isn't it's a process. So I think the best advice I could give is, if you enjoy listening to music, and if you think you might want to try it, I think it'd be great to just push, try your very best to push through it. And that's why I love teaching as well. I've done a bit of teaching in the past, is trying to help those people in a positive manner get past that stage of maybe feeling like they're just providing a fun experience overall, to try and make it so it doesn't seem like something that they might not want to do. That's just one of my big pieces of advice, is just, and even generally not related to music, but I like to say this a lot, is I think I'm so grateful that I have music is such a passion. So, especially in some of these times that we're having right now, I think having something that you can find a passion, or something that you're interested in, it's really important to sort of dive into something that might get you interested, whether that's music or whatever it might be. It's a good thing to have, for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. Honestly, I find it so, it's inspiring. I find it inspiring that you love teaching music too, because seeing a musician who's so passionate about music, who wants to share what they know about it and help other musicians, is just amazing. Okay, I have a few more relaxed questions, a little more fun. Try not to think too much, because these ones are just supposed to be fun questions. So, what is your favorite concert you've attended?
Rush.
Your musical inspiration growing up?
Well, yeah, Rush was a big one, as I mentioned, but also more recently, I think, another one, a big just rock and roll staple, it was, Led Zeppelin's another huge one. They're really great. They're just, John Bonham is a phenomenal drummer, and the band, they just work very well together. So that's part of the reason, I love just that. That's where my roots are in music, or through rock and roll, as I mentioned. But it's been fun to explore, like, outside of the roots a bit. So yeah. Anyways.
Do you have a favorite movie soundtrack?
Well, I'll tell you my favorite movie. So this is probably my favorite movie soundtrack. My favorite movie is Back to the Future, and I have to say that the soundtrack for that is like perfect. I love orchestral music. It has a soft spot, because I also did a year of classical studies at Western University. So that sort of thing has movie soundtracks and everything like that. It's very, very, very cool how the music fits very well with the emotion. So I'd say, yeah, my favorite movie soundtrack is Back to the Future's movie soundtrack.
What is an instrument that you wish you played?
Oh, there's quite a few, you know. That's why but I'd probably say most would be piano. More of it, you know. I've said I'm working a lot on piano, but I just think I love drums a lot. But part of what I've been doing a lot recently is learning more about the melodic instruments. So like working on piano, because it's important. I'm also trying to work on some songwriting, so it's important to, you know, have the rhythm foundation, but there's a whole other layer of it that comes, and that's the melodic aspect of it. So I think an instrument I wish I, you know, would be probably more piano.
That's always, I love that question, because I feel like every musician has an answer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Different answers. Yeah, for sure.
Mine's violin.
Nice.
And finally, do you have a hidden talent?
Yeah, I can bounce a tennis ball on a racket. I think I counted like 200 times, but that was because I got distracted. It's probably more. I was doing it. It was so funny because for like band camp, we were doing these fun fact things, and I was like, what is a fun fact? And then I was like, oh, I played tennis a while ago, and then I, tried bouncing the balls on the tennis racket, and it was fun. I think, it was like 200 times.
Wow.
Yeah, but then you start like trying to do the alternating thing, and that's where it gets a little bit more challenging. So. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you so much.
No problem.
It's been great talking to you.
Yeah, it's been good talking to you too. Thanks so much for having me.
All right. Well, that's all for today's interview. My name is Hayley Festeriga. This is Lucas Redwood. Have a good day.